Hello and welcome to C#.NET WinForm application development tutorial. In this tutorial, I will show you how to create master detail entry form. It is a continuity of previous tutorial. Please view part 1 of this tutorial and create project as per part 1. In this tutorial, we are going to build a master detail entry form like this one. This is a master part and it is a detail part. This part containing employee information and detail part it containing present and permanent address of selected employee. If I select an employee, addresses of that employee will be displayed in detail part. So I think you have understand the concept of this simple application. Let us build it. To build this application we need two tables. First one is employee information and second is address table. Now we are going to SQL Server Management Studio and here is the tables record for this application. The master table is employee info and it has columns like those, and detail part is employee addresses. Make a relationship between ID column and employee ID column. I think you already know how to create tables. If you don't, please view my SQL Server tutorials to know how to create a table in SQL Server database. And if you don't know how to make relationship, I will show you within minutes. To create a relationship, you have to log into your SQL Server, and AppDB is our DB. We have already created the employee address table and employee info table, and now we are going to create the relationship visually. Create new database diagram. Select the tables you need to relate. Column of employee info ID and the foreign key column for employee addresses will be related. So simply click and drag it and drop it over emp ID. Was the relationship in this? The ID is from employee info and employee ID from employee address. So everything is perfect, so I am clicking OK and save the diagram. Give a relevant name. Refresh it. Here is our relationship diagram. Now I am going to Visual Studio. In Visual Studio I have opened the project employee info that we have created in the part 1 tutorial. I am going to extend this project to create master detail form. To do it, right click on the project and add a form. Name it as employee address. To show master detail data in this form, we need to create a data source. I'm going to open the data source window. If this data source window is not available, you can go to view, then other window, then data source. Add new data source, select database, select dataset. We are using connection string of previous tutorial. You can view this here. We're reusing this connection string. Otherwise you can also create a new one, but it is not necessary. To next, and to expand table, select the tables, give a relevant name, DS employee address. Expand it employee info, expand the master table, and under this master table we have the employee address detail table. Select data grid view here. In both cases, select data grid view and simply drag the employee info master table on the form. Go to data source again and drag and drop employee address table. Save it. Visual Studio automatically created necessary components and codes for this form, and these are the dataset, table adapter, navigation bar. This one is navigation bar. Everything required for this application already created by Visual Studio itself. And save button, Visual Studio already create the necessary code to save the data. Actually this line is saving data. Table adapter manager dot update all. In form load, these two lines are required for loading data into the form. So I think everything is okay, and we can run and test it. Click start to run the application. This is David and Trump. Trump already has present address. David has present and permanent address. We're going to add another address. Address type is present. After typing, click save to save the data. Data is successfully saved. You can also add data in master table. Before inserting data to detail table, you must save the new record, and this new record is this primary key must be assigned, and then we can type detail table data. You can see the new address ID is created and the employee ID is carried from the master part. That's mean the relationship is working fine. And click save to save the data. So I think you have understood how to create master detail form in Visual Studio. This is very simple and easy to do. Only you need to drag and drop the appropriate data set on the form. Thank you for watching. Please comment below if you have any question or queries. I will try to answer it. So goodbye for today.